First Purge is the latest Purge movie in the Purge franchise. You know that franchise. One day out of the year is murder Christmas for everybody. Murder, mayhem, crime, all that shit's legal. Well, now we have a newest movie. It's a prequel actually to the franchise. And is this movie good? This movie is entertaining. I will say the Purge movies at this point are guilty pleasure movies. One of those movies that you know, like, okay, in my heart, I kind of know these movies are not good, but they are entertaining to watch. The old school Chucky movies, you know, the old school Nightmare on Elm Street, you know, not all of them are great, but you watch them anyway because you're like, I have this connected to them. I just like watching guilty shit. And this movie does join the rank. I will say the First Purge does bring a lot of new ideas and new elements in the first half of the movie. That was pretty good. Second half of the movie is pretty much what you remember from Anarchy and from the election year and shit. A very familiar territory and everything, but I will say for a prequel to pretty much show how this whole experiment got going and everything, I think it gets its point across in a pretty entertaining movie nonetheless. That basically, I think in the pros and cons why I believe that the First Purge is in theaters the 4th of July this Wednesday. I suggest you go celebrate your independence, the Purge, and just see the movie. Here's why. Involve adding in the movie, I'm not going to say the name of all the actors because I don't know them all. But we'll say our main character, this dude right here, is a badass. He has so many epic moments in the movie. I was just like, I need to see him in the MCU. He needs to be like the next Black Panther villain. See him and T'Challa just going at it. He was that good. I'm gonna root for him a lot in the movie and everything. And the other characters in the movie are pretty much like just there because want to protest the Purge. Want to be like, the Purge is no good. They need these people to be like, yeah, we hate the Purge, but we also need to be in a shitty situation so that this dude can save us. Well, now plotting the movie more or less, the movie pretty much is that, okay, we got the new founding fathers and everything. They come in and be like, yeah, you know what, America is kind of shit, you know, the economy is just horrible, stock market is just plummeting and everything, and unemployment is at an all-time record high. How do we fix this? So they come up with this experiment to be like, okay, we're gonna sanction off one part of New York, Staten Island, pretty much legalize one day where everybody could just release the beast and just, you know, purge everything, kill anybody they want. Murder is legal, just have a good time. Purge starts off and everything, and pretty much you got people that are like, yeah, we don't support that shit, and you know, other people are just like, we just want to party and everything, just party, have a good time. So now the Purge is going on, so pretty much the NFA is like, you know what, let's just send a militia and, you know, mercenaries into civilian territory to get the Purge going and everything. We need this to work. So even though we know 3 movies down the line, it does work. Or you got people just trying to survive the Purge. So again, another year, another Purge movie. Purge movie, I'm going to say that, like I said, first half of the movie does bring a lot of interesting elements, a lot of things that we never got really touched on in the previous Purge movies. Pretty much the mindset of the media, like how did the people really feel about this thing, how it all got started and everything. Clearly we see some people are like, yeah, some people were for it, like we need to release our demons and shit like that. Other people are like, no, we don't support that shit, you know, there are other ways to control population and everything, how to control the stock market. There are other ways we can figure out. So I do like the moral dilemma, and I do like the political aspects that are brought to the forefront in this movie. It does address that really well. But that make you sit on the fence and be like, well, would I support this? You know, would I really do this? It does show that what people would actually do. There was a, you know, crime was legal for a day, and it does address that. It does show it in a pretty much, I consider, a realistic way, because I feel like, yeah, the Purge was real. I feel like where I live at, this is what would happen. It would be a bunch of parties going on, bunch of looting, not a lot of killing. And I will say the horror aspect is definitely in the forefront in the first half of the movie and everything, you know, because you got, you know, one of the main characters going through dark alley shit like that, and one of the new elements is that there's a tracking chip and you get lenses put in your eyes and everything like that makes everybody look all scary and everything like that, so they can record and show the world like, yeah, people are killing each other and shit. A lot of horror elements brought to the first half of the movie. I did like that. That was good. But there is some cons in the movie. We'll say that the second half of the movie is it's familiar territory. Pretty much is the Purge Anarchy and the Purge election year all over again, where you pretty much have this one lone soldier trying to get this group of people to survive the rest of the night of the Purge. Or happened in the last 2 movies and happened in this movie too. So familiar territory. And we'll say this movie is at points over the top. There's a character in the movie who is literally like a cartoon villain in the movie. I was just like, when you see him on the screen, you're like, you are just overdoing it, man. Overdoing it. Like I said, guilty pleasure. And then the First Purge is a movie that you've seen before. The last 3 movies I've done what this movie has done. But it does bring new elements, new things in the movie. I will say for a prequel, it's a serviceable prequel. If you like these Purge movies, then I feel like you'll watch the movie and be like, I'm having a good time and I like this shit. You know how there could be like a trilogy of movies, just like, well, there's the prequel, and yeah, no one likes prequels. That sucks. And not this movie though. I will say that the First Purge is a 7 out of 10, which means it is worth seeing at matinee. And as always, guys, subscribe. Until next time.
Here they come, yo.